Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to another video. Earlier this morning I did my ranking of Incubus and all their albums, and right now we're doing Limp Bizkit, which is another band I love very much. I have a lot of strong opinions on Limp Bizkit, more so defending them against critics. But unlike Pearl Jam and Incubus, I actually love every album Limp Bizkit has released. There's not a bad album of theirs in my opinion. There's definitely ones that are better than others, but I listen to all of them. That being said, they only have a small discography. I believe they have 7 records? 7, I think. One of them being unfinished. There's Unquestionable Truth, Part 1, and I never did Part 2. So last place, I was debating between 2 of their albums, but I think I'm gonna go with Gold Cobra, which is gonna show up on the screen here. I don't have the CD. Gold Cobra is good. There's a lot of good songs in here. Shotgun is good. I really like Shotgun. There was a time, so come the 2010s, Limp Bizkit really moved away from that kind of nu metal, like heavy sound, to more just focusing on the rap side of it, which is fine. They still have like dope riffs, but it's definitely more hip hop and no more screaming in that. This is a good album though. It's just, in my opinion, probably the least creative, the least imaginative. I think this came out 2011. So to be fair, Fred's getting a bit older by the time this one came around. So obviously he's not gonna be able to do his screams and like fry screams and whatnot. But yeah, good album. The next one on my list, so that would be number 6, I'm assuming. This next one, it could have been last, but I just gave it a listen again recently and I actually really like it, and it is Results May Vary. So obviously this is the first and only album that Wes Borland did not work on. You can kind of tell in some of the songs, but they replaced him with Mike Smith, who was formerly in Snot, and he's a really good guitarist still. I don't think he's as creative as Wes Borland, but that's about it. By the way, I really like Snot. I would do an album ranking for them if it weren't for the fact they only have one album, but maybe I'll do a review. I'm pretty sure it's a self-titled record, yeah. I might do a review for them because I really like them. There's a lot of good songs on here. Give Me the Mic is great. The intro is pretty good. Re-entry, I think it is pretty good. Eat You Alive is great. Last track is Drown, and it is very good. It's a very beautiful song. Fred's cover of Behind Blue Eyes is great, in my opinion. I don't know why people don't like it. I think Fred Durst has a very good voice. I feel like people online kind of create this big bandwagon where it's like, oh, Fred Durst sounds like shit and he can't sing for shit, which isn't true. I feel like he's kind of put on like a character where he has that real squeaky, like, yeah, kind of voice. It kind of takes away from the fact that he's actually a really good singer. He does a few covers, but Behind Blue Eyes is really good. He sounds great. I remember there was him playing live Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd, and he did a duet of it with, I forget his name, from Goo Goo Dolls, but he's got a weird fucking name. Wouldn't pronounce it anyways if I could remember it. With Eddie Vedder, they created that whole bandwagon on social media where it's like, oh, you can't understand him at all, when realistically it's only in like 3 songs and they're all off 10. And everyone's like, oh, he sings like he's got marbles in his mouth, but no. Eddie Vedder's a great singer. Fred Durst is a great singer. You just need to listen to more of that music. Yeah, this is a good album. I really like it. I don't like that it gets a lot of hate, but I can kind of understand why. Next, we have Still Sucks. This is a good album. I really liked it. It's the most recent one. It came out in 2021. And a lot of people didn't like it. I don't really get why. I guess it's very mellowed out compared to the older stuff. It hopped on the trend of Gold Cobra where they moved away from the metal, and now it's kind of just rap with like a funky beat, but it's pretty cool. Like, obviously, Dad Vibes is dope. Snacky Poo is good. Turn It Up, Bitch. I love that song. It's fucking cool. I don't know what people were expecting. They're old now. They're all quite old. Good album, in my opinion. I really like it. All right, next we have The Unquestionable Truth, Part 1, which is going to show up here. I find it funny that there was never a Part 2, so we got part one of kind of an unfinished project. I never really got around to listening to this. By the way, I know it's an EP, but I don't really give a fuck. There's like 7 songs on here. It's an album. I only have one problem with it. It is a really good album. I've got one problem, and that's that it doesn't sound like Limp Bizkit, really. It doesn't really have the signature, Limp Bizkit sound. I can't really describe it, but they have a sound that they stick to. This album doesn't have it, and it sounds like a Rage Against the Machine record, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Rage are great, but yeah, it sounds like Rage Against the Machine. Each song is good. The production is really good on this album. That's about all I have to say for it. It's an alright album. I like, more than alright, it's pretty good. I like it more than everything else we just listed, but moving on. I actually have the CDs for these ones now. Number 3, we have Significant Other. Really great album. This is actually my girlfriend's CD. They all are. She loves Limp Bizkit probably more than I do. But I decided to borrow these for the video. This is a great album. Not as good as the top 2 that I'm about to announce. But you have Just Like This, Nookie, obviously Break Stuff, Rearranged, Unbroke, 1999, No Sex. They're all great songs. Don't have much to say. This is the most Limp Bizkit sounding Limp Bizkit album. It sounds exactly like what you expect from Limp Bizkit. I feel like if someone was to ask me like, oh, I want to get into Limp Bizkit, what album should I start off with? I'd recommend Significant Other, because it completely encapsulates the sound. That's all I really have to say for it. Yeah, it's a great album. I recommend it if you haven't listened to it, which I'm sure you would have though. So next, actually, I only have a record for this one. We don't have the CD, but Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water. I fucking love this album cover so much. It's so dope. Awesome album. Almost makes the cut for my number 1. It has all the biggest hits on it besides, Break Stuff and Nookie. But yeah, their most recognizable album, I reckon. It's just really good. Obviously you got Hot Dog, My Generation, Full Nelson, My Way, which is probably my favorite Limp Bizkit song. Rolling, Take a Look Around, which is, they used as a theme song for Mission Impossible 2. I remember watching that movie and waiting the whole movie to hear it, and then it never came. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself then. But it's part of the soundtrack. I hate how movies do that. They will like advertise a song for this movie, it's not even in it, it's just on the soundtrack CD. I remember that was for Suicide Squad, I think. Can't remember what the song was, but it was never actually in the movie. I don't know, I'm going off topic. Great album. One trend I've kind of just realized between this, Incubus, and Pearl Jam is that each band had music that was affected by 9/11. Pearl Jam's Riot Act came out in 2002, not long after, and you can definitely hear in their music that they were impacted by the situation. Incubus, their Morning View album, the song Wish You Were Here had a music video, and it showed them jumping off a bridge into water, running away from crazy fans, and they had to change that because of 9/11, because that album came out 2001, I believe. And I think Rolling, yeah, this came out in 2000, it was just before, but I think they still had issues with the music video. I believe for Rolling, they're singing on top of the Twin Towers, or like performing. So there's a morbid but interesting fact, I guess. But there's Hot Dog, Chocolate Starfish, Hot Dog Flavored Water. I always mess up that album. Awesome album. And in first place, we have my favorite, the heaviest album, and their debut, $3 Bill Y'all. I love this album. It's so fucking cool. It's so dope. Definitely the heaviest. Every song on here just pumps it to 100. Pollution, Counterfeit, Stuck, Nobody Loves Me, Sour, Indigo Flow, Leech. They're all so good. Stuck is probably my favorite. I love that rap bit at the beginning, and then it just goes like, you wanna play that game, bitch? I love that. Faith is a great cover. I think it's one of the best covers I've ever heard. It's just a really good cover of like a song. They completely bend the genre, but they make it fit so well. Like, I probably won't go as far to say that it's better than George Michael's original. That would catch me some flack, but you know, it's good. Sick album. The production is really bad on it, I will say that, but it's still really good. That pretty much does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I think next, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I have a few video ideas lined up. I'm gonna do Radiohead, rank the Radiohead discography. I was thinking of doing Nirvana as well, but they only have technically four albums. So I think I might just do a review of my favorite, which is probably either Nevermind or In Utero. Yeah, that does it for this video. Thanks for watching.